We are following developing news this morning. Another officer-involved shooting in Albuquerque. It all went down just before 10 last night. We've been at the scene throughout the night. Our Matt Morrow is live at the scene near 2nd and McKnight, north of I-40. Matt, what have you learned?
Elizabeth, in just the last 5 minutes, police and investigators cleared out from this area. They had been out here all night long since that shooting. Take a look behind me. That is where it happened, really right close to 2nd Street and I-40. Police still haven't said a whole lot about what happened here, but this is what Deputy Police Chief William Roseman told us just a few hours ago. As you mentioned, this started about 9:30 last night, just north of the interstate. There's a liquor store and a Family Dollar there. Deputy Chief Roseman tells us that a man was attacking a woman. Then he says a Good Samaritan stepped in, tried to help that woman out, and the man took out a knife and slashed the Good Samaritan's throat. After that, a whole lot more APD officers rushed over here, and here's what the deputy chief says happened next.
Officers attempted to talk to the offender and tried to have him to drop the knife. As officers tried to de-escalate the situation, the male offender began to advance on the officers. The officers continued to back away from the male subject, trying to de-escalate the situation and create distance, but the male offender continued to advance on the officers. The subject continued to advance and the officers did fire at the male offender.
Deputy Police Chief William Roseman there says 2 officers fired shots and shot and killed the man with a knife. Deputy Chief Roseman would not tell us the name of the officers involved. He would also not tell us the name of the man who was shot and killed. We specifically asked him, is there lapel video of the shooting and what went down, and he would not answer that question. In fact, he didn't answer any questions out here. We do know Police Chief Gordon Eden was out here. He was out at that scene that was there just a few hours ago, but he did not talk to anyone or answer any questions with this latest shooting. And once again, 2nd Street is back open this morning. We're going to let you know as soon as police let us know when they're to have more information about this. We'll be out here and have another update for you in about a half hour, Elizabeth.
All right, Matt, thank you very much for all that information and for the latest update. This makes it, by the way, the 36th shooting by APD since 2010. 25 of those were deadly. This is the 3rd officer-involved shooting since the Department of Justice report came out on April 10th. Suspected car thief 19-year-old Mary Hawks was shot and killed by Officer Jeremy Deere on the 21st. And on May 3rd, 50-year-old Armand Martin was shot and killed after a long standoff with police. Count on KRQE for full coverage on all the developments of Albuquerque's latest officer-involved shooting and the community reaction it generates. We will have details on News 13 throughout the morning, at noon, and always online at krqe.com.